Everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome back. Leading at 47, leadership life, and everything in between. And episode 21, I want to talk about Operation Crash Out. What does that mean? That means Damien made almost career limiting mistake. And it probably could end up being career limiting. For those of you that don't know what career limiting mistake is, it's like one of those mistakes that people just like look at you different and they're like, I don't know about Damien. So, just to give you a little bit of context, I was working on a really high visibility project. Um, had a great team that I was partnering with, and everything's moving along. And just in any normal project that's high visibility, you have uh, some work streams that might be yellow or they might be red. And in those particular work streams, you got to be able to call out why they're yellow or red, and like what's the plan of action to get them back on place. Excuse me, get them back on track. And I, in this scenario, had called out risk multiple times, and it wasn't that I wasn't heard. That wasn't the case by any means, because I believe like feedback was delivered at certain points throughout the process. Um, that's neither here nor there for this conversation. The conversation is how I reacted in a high stakes scenario, and I don't recommend it. And I don't know why I did it, but the fact of the matter is it happened. So I had an opportunity to give an update about the project. We're talking through it. And in this particular time in the project, they were asking why was this particular part of this particular work stream or portion of the project red. And I start to talk about it. And I believe in retrospect, I overshared. And I overshared, and I was talking about the person that was doing the work versus the actual work that wasn't getting done. And when I say talking about the person, I was making reference to them. I didn't like, um, yeah, I made reference to them and said like, hey, I think they could be doing a better job. And it's really not them about them doing a better job. It's more about what's causing them to not get out the red or not get out the yellow to get the project back on track. And when I tell you I went off the hinges, it was like first time in my career I completely just went off the hinges. And after I felt like crap. So the reason why I believe it wasn't career limiting is because the way in which I handled it and I took accountability for it. And not only did I take accountability for it, I learned something very, very critical that'll help me throughout my career. That has helped me out my career is when your work is buttoned up and you're delivering updates, there's a couple things that happen. You don't need to say, this person isn't doing something. You can just let whoever the sponsors are or whoever you're delivering the project for see the updates, and they can ask the question, what's going on? They can see the person who's delivering it and ask what's going on, what do they need help with, so on and so forth. So what I learned to button that all up is in high stakes scenarios, do not crash out. Do not focus on the person, you focus on the work. And that's critical in so many ways because we have a tendency to let our emotions get involved and we talk about the person. Whereas if you take a step back and not reference emotion and you just focus on the work, that's when you can start to remove barriers and knock those barriers down. So huge lesson for me, something I hold in my back pocket to this day, and I continue to learn. Appreciate you listening to me, and we'll see you again on Friday. See you later.